On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Carr throwing on second down. And Roberts with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Carr now on first down. Letting one go deep for Roberts. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Goff. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Robert Woods, 60 yards. And the Rams are going to take a first quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Bené Benwickery on the tackle. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right. Come on out. Starting left here.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Rams add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe the defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw, it's Carr. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Throwing his Carr on third down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Connects it to Roberts right side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Carl come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, it's Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6:37.
Throwing again. Carr. Cook with a first down and much more. This will be caught inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll run with Lynch, and he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are back within a score. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Well, we turn our attention to the Rams here as the offense comes out. So many positive vibes around this club entering 2018. Their 3rd season back in L.A., a new stadium on the way. And coming off of last year, Charles, and you said this to me in the car on the way over, it's going to be interesting to see what this year brings.
That's because they will actually be the team that's hunted now, and they haven't been that for a long time. Meaning this.
And the Raiders have got him. Frosty Rucker able to drop him for a loss of 4. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Finds Roberts left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And that one results in 35 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On 1st and 10, Goff. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Zerline's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go. So you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well.
That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carrier as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On first down, gone. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off play action. Here's Goff. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Value three.
A final shot before break here. Goff. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now a draw as Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Goff now to throw. And got him in. It's Woods. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Goff hitting Woods for a Rams first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Goff now looking to throw. Being chased out left. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Hey. Super 66.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. From the gun, here's Gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 2 up.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Come on out.
Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here goes it on. Ready? Hey, lift. Lift.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey, lift.
They'll run Anderson. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
They give it to him running left. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jared Goff, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams add on to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Fights loose. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Letting one go deep for Roberts. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. As his guys are in for 6. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Zerline good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, they'll throw with Carr. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Samson Abukum in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That is caught at the 7. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a third and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal. On play action, it's Carr. LaFell's got it for an Oakland touchdown. Brandon LaFell from 6 yards away. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after them right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
2 for 66. 14.
Play action. It's gone. Rolling to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Second and 10. Goff again. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. Space to maneuver at the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
17.
Now Goff on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
14. 14.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Robert Ayers in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Over the middle is Jared Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. To throw his car. Now a desperation throw. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jordy Nelson, his first ever touchdown in silver and black. And the Raiders are back within a score. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, Anderson. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Reggie Nelson, the free safety, in on the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this. Overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Go.